2024, Marvel only has right now one movie coming out, which is, of course, Deadpool 3. But should they be looking at doing some other things as well? Maybe re-release some stuff? And that is the topic of today's Mint Mobile Hotline Question of the Day. Listen, guys, if you've got a topic or a question for the show and you'd like to hear your voice on our show, go ahead and call our Mint Mobile Hotline number anytime, 24/7. Ryan Reynolds himself has assured me that he will personally jot down in pencil your messages and, translate them to us. Just
Canadian can't afford a pen?
No, and times are tough. They've
Shit.
so much savings at Mint Mobile that times are tough. You guys, just call us at 951-268-4259. And the topic of today's Mint Mobile Hotline is, what else could Marvel maybe consider releasing in 2024? Check it out.
Hi, this is Tyler from Tennessee. Question on Open Mic had me thinking, what if Marvel re-released the Avengers Endgame sometime in 2024? Since they only have one movie coming out, maybe it could help get some positivity back towards the brand. Thanks.
All right, Tyler, thanks a lot for calling that in. And you know what? That is a very interesting proposition. Of course, again, the context, 2024, because of all the things they've moved around, right now, Marvel has only one movie coming out. And that's Deadpool 3. And we're all excited about Deadpool 3, looking forward to watching it, all that kind of stuff. But does that then present an opportunity for Marvel? Because Marvel has another challenge. It's not so much an empty calendar in 2024. The other challenge is this. People's feelings on the MCU is at its lowest point, maybe since the inception of the MCU. For well over a decade, 11, 12, 13 years, Marvel, we've talked a lot on this show before, just put out banger after banger after banger, excellence after excellence after excellence. Everybody got excited. And so every time a new Marvel project was coming out, it was an event. Everybody was hyped. Everybody was pumped. But what happens is, as the quality level of your product starts to deteriorate and you start putting out more and more mediocrity, people's expectations lower, people's excitement level lowers. And then you put out another project that doesn't quite live up to everybody's hopes, and the expectations and excitement drops even more, and leaving us at a place right now where I think even the biggest, most hardcore of Marvel fans will acknowledge that we are currently living in a time where the overall feelings towards the MCU might be at their lowest point since the whole thing started. So I love what the viewer is kind of proposing here, because if you look at 2024, it is wide open. It might provide you with a really good opportunity to not just Endgame. Why not look at re-releasing Infinity War and Endgame? Put them both out. There's an opportunity to do that, because other than the fact that they'll make a little bit of money, I don't think either one of these will make $200 million on their re-release, but they'll make a little bit of money. But more importantly, I think it would serve as a really nice vehicle to say to the audience, hey guys, remember how good the MCU can be? Remember how excited we got watching these?
Might just make us sad.
Yeah, or it might just make us sad. But reminding everybody that this is still us. We are still this MCU. And, a lot of these characters in these movies are still in our MCU. Some of them aren't. A lot of them still are. So that could be a really neat, like you're proposing, I like the idea. It might be a neat 1-2 punch of take advantage of your empty calendar. And number two, maybe cultivate some more positive emotions and re-elicit those feelings that people have getting a little bit more excited rolling into 2025. It might be a good opportunity to do that. And by the way, Disney, for some of you, I just saw this before we started the show. Disney has announced they're fixing one of the other mistakes they made under Bob Chapek. They are going to theatrically release Soul, Luca, and Turning Red in January and February. They're going to be short releases, but they're going to be putting those back out. So they're kind of looking at doing that, maybe doing something like that with Infinity War and Endgame. And listen, I don't think either of those will make a ton of money in a re-release, but maybe that might be enough to get Endgame, that #1 all-time box office spot, back away from Avatar. I don't know if it can make that much, but maybe it'll get back in that spot. Guys, we want to take a moment to thank a sponsor of today's video, Mint Mobile. Give yourself the gift of insane savings this holiday season with Mint Mobile's best wireless deal of the year. Right now, when you switch to Mint Mobile and buy any 3-month plan, you'll get another 3 months for free. That's 6 months of premium wireless service for the price of 3. And Mint Mobile lets you order and activate from home while saving tons on phone plans starting at just $15 a month. Seriously, I can't think of a better gift than turning an overpriced wireless bill into just $15 a month with Mint Mobile. I've told you guys many times, since switching to Mint Mobile, I am spending less than a third on my mobile service plan with Mint than I was on the previous big carrier who was my provider. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily and effortlessly with eSIM. So again, for a limited time, buy any 3-month Mint Mobile plan and get 3 more months free by going to mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. Anyway, Chris, you've heard the suggestion that they're putting out there, maybe with 2024 being thin for their release schedule. I mean, we all also think it's a good idea because maybe give a little bit of a break to it, give them a chance to maybe build some momentum back. But taking a couple of movies that the people loved, do you see merit in this, or what do you think might be some of the drawbacks of it?
Honestly, I'm here for a full palate cleanser.
Right.
Because I think we do have to start taking people at face value. If we've talked so much about it's not superhero fatigue, it's mediocrity fatigue. But now I'm starting to feel, no, I think a bunch of you are kind of done on superheroes right now. Because even when something pretty decent comes out, or even good, it's, it's no Endgame. It's no Infinity War. Of course it's not. It's not the accumulation of decades of movies. So I kind of like the idea of Deadpool, honestly, as a standalone, because what could be more of a palate cleanser than the Merc with the Mouth doing all kinds of weird shit with Disney?
Right.
So I don't think it would hurt anyone necessarily to have this come out and have a re-release. I just don't know if it's really what's needed right now.
So you're not like these coming back in theaters, doing a little bit of a marketing push. You don't think that would actually do? I mean, because I guess to your point, I mean, the reason I don't think it would make a lot of money is because everybody who would be excited about seeing Infinity War and Endgame have already seen Infinity War and Endgame many, many times.
Oh, yeah. It's one of those things of, do I need to see this for a 12th time in theaters? I mean, maybe.
But there's
maybe I do.
There's a lot of people that have not seen it.
That's true.
And want to experience that.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, with the current climate, though, are those people who didn't see it the first time going to go out to the theaters and go, well, now I'm going to see it. Now that I feel it. They all let you know?
Oh,
They all called them.
I'm so glad.
he has a hotline too, I think.
Yeah. It's not about movies.
For
What's it about?
for me,
babies.
it's got to have extra footage. They probably don't have any, like at least 10 minutes for me to get into the theater.
Didn't they do that with
They had to do it
Infinity
again.
War and Endgame, where they re-released one with like 5 extra minutes of an unused Hulk scene where Hulk was saving somebody from a building or something?
I don't know.
I remember, like, I'm not buying into that gimmick and I didn't go, but maybe,
No.
I mean, maybe if they did something like it's Infinity War plus like some behind the scenes stuff as a part of a special presentation as well, that maybe stuff that you would only be able to get if you had physical media of it, and not a ton of people buy physical media, but
This might cost Marvel more renting out theaters than it will making money, actually, right? Don't they have to rent out theaters?
no, you don't rent
No,
out
you
the
don't.
theaters.
No.
No, the theaters
The-
pay you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. That's why it's a nice
The
racket.
marketing push could cost them money, though, obviously.
Yeah, it's doing
That's the
marketing will
risk.
cost. So the question is, if we think it could make, $30 million, well, maybe we can justify doing a $5 million marketing spend to say coming back into theaters. I think it's an interesting prospect, and we'll see what they're going to do with that. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.